All right, now it's recording. All right, let's get started. It's close enough to 7:35. All right, well, thank you for tuning in, everybody who's on live. I think I've seen everybody so far. I think Molly must have lost connection. Okay, she'll hop back on. So we are here to chat about, and if you got noise going on, mute yourself if you would, please. We're here to go over the Team Shaun T, Team Tony challenge. I think, let's see, Laura's done it before. Arminda has been a part of it before. Steve, Jordy, quite a few of you guys are on here have. I know there's going to be a bunch of new people watching the recording who haven't. I know Chris hasn't, although we might have lost him already. But so I wanted to go over it, and I thought this would be a really good way to do it. And then coaches who aren't on here can watch the recording. And then hopefully I won't get quite as many questions, which would be sweet. And you won't get as many questions, which will be sweet. So a little background for people who haven't been a part of this challenge and are wondering what the heck it is. This is the 4th year that we have done this challenge. And it's kind of our one big, everybody who is part of our coaching, V4U coaching team can be a part of this challenge. You can choose to coach in it or not. Quite honestly, if you're serious at all about your coaching business and wanting to make money and make your coaching business a success, you should be a part of it. If you're not, that means you're not too serious about it, and it just is what it is. But if you are going to promote the challenge and try and get customers in it, you are required to coach in it, meaning there's some work that's actually going to have to be done, and you have customers that you're going to have to track points and things that you're going to have to do. Like I said, this is the 4th year that we've been doing this. The background history on it is Team Tony, which is my team, has won the first 3 years.
Boo!
Who just booed? Was that Laura?
What do you think?
Was
No.
Molly? Oh, I thought we lost you. I didn't see.
I've been on the whole time.
Oh, why didn't I see your square? Okay, anyway. Team Tony has won the first 3 years. The thing to think about, and I'll touch on this later, is that this is a contest between teams, and we like to be competitive and have fun with it and give some good-natured ribbing. If you guys are friends with Molly or I, you probably saw Molly's picture on my wall today with Shaun T sitting on a tennis player, and she put Tony's face on it. And that's the thing we do, because if we're excited and we're having fun with it, our customers are going to have fun with it. So it's a contest, and people are going to earn points for doing things like taking a sweaty pic. How it's going to work is every week there's going to be a weekly challenge, I call it, where I'm going to do a video on Monday, say here's the week's challenge. They're going to have all week to do the one thing that I say, which is usually a little more involved than just a simple little quick thing, but they'll have all week to do a weekly challenge from Monday to Friday at midnight. Then within the week, there might be little tiny challenges here and there. Like, hey, post a picture of your lunch today. And if it's healthy, if your coach deems it healthy, you earn a point for your team. So it's a very Facebook intensive challenge, okay? I try not to do too many during the week, because I get that we all have lives and we don't need to be on Facebook as much as some of us are. But it is a Facebook intensive challenge. So if you have somebody who wants to be a part of it, and frankly, they say, well, but I don't really like Facebook, it's probably not for them. Sometimes one spouse will be the Facebooker, and most of the time the husband is like, I don't want to be on Facebook. Spouses can post for their spouse. So like, let's say a husband and wife get in it, and they have to take a sweaty pic. The husband's got to be in the pictures, but as long as he's in it, if the wife posts for him or husband posts for the wife, that's perfectly acceptable, or roommate. But if somebody tells you, I'm not a Facebooker, and I just have my account, but I don't use it, and I'm not going to want to get on there, it's probably not for them, and you're going to have them pass. Or if you want to work something out on the side with them that like, hey, I'll still help coach you and blah, 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 but they're not going to count for points, because there's going to be requirements of posting pictures, which brings me to my second point I wanted to make, is that the pictures and everything that's getting posted is all going to get posted in the virtual gym, which is our big group. So if you have somebody who's shy and they only want to post in your own little coach group, they're going to have to get over it and post in the gym, because that's where everybody is going to post. So if you have people who are reluctant to post outside of your own individual coach thing, you're going to want to talk to them and see if they're open to posting in our bigger group that has the 700 people or whatever it is. So keep that in mind. What do you want? What are you expected to do as a coach? And I'm not going to use the whiteboard, because by the time I figure it out, you'll be waiting for me to type. So just take notes if you would like. What are you expected to do as a coach, and what do you want to do as a coach for this to be a successful tool for you? The first thing you want to do is invite. This is a challenge that, like I said, it's the 4th year. We usually have between 125 and probably 225 maybe was the most we ever had people in there. We have more coaches now. So if we're all out inviting people, we can get a whole bunch of people in this challenge. But you got to be inviting, really, honestly, every day. And inviting isn't just post that cool little teaser video that I made. It's, yes, making posts, but it's also reaching out to people in person, with either face-to-face or a Facebook message or an email, and connect with people who you think would enjoy this and have fun with it. One really great kind of selling point for this challenge is obviously it's free. It doesn't cost them anything. And if you have a friend or a family member or somebody on Facebook, or just to make a general post about dusting off a program they already own, do it. It's, obviously, yeah, we'd like to sell some challenge packs for this and get some people going on some new stuff and have people hit Success Club. But if Susie has owned Insanity and never finished it, never gotten through the whole 60 days, get Susie on Team Shaun T and get her doing Insanity. Don't, pressure her to buy something. Say, Susie, do Insanity. Pull that thing out. Let's do that. You're going to get through it this time because I'm going to coach you and you're going to be part of this group. Those dust off people can become great customers and great advertising for your business. Because now if Susie, who never made it through Insanity, gets through this challenge and loves it, guess who she's going to love to death and promote and refer people to? You as her coach. So get those people to dust off the programs that they maybe already own. The other thing with the dust off people, as I call them, is if they become part of this challenge, they're going to be exposed to a whole bunch of people doing a whole bunch of other programs. So Susie might be doing Insanity, and she might see Molly doing Insanity Max 30, and guess what she's going to do when she's done with this challenge and Insanity? She's going to message Corey and say, hey, Corey, I saw that Molly girl who was really kicking ass. It's too bad her team didn't win, but I saw her doing there it was. I was waiting for the smirk. I saw Molly was doing Insanity Max 30. Should I maybe do that for my next program? Boom, there's your sale. You had to wait 2 months for it, but you gave her what she needed, helped her. Now she's exposed to new programs. Now she's buying a program from you. So go after those people who already own stuff, not expecting to sell something, and they're going to become part of your tribe. No workout people. It's one that a lot of people miss, is you might have a friend that's injured. If those of you who are local here, Pat's struggling with, she's having back surgery next week, and she may or may not be able to work out. Well, if she can't work out, she's going to do the 21-day fixed meal plan. As long as you are doing something Beachbody related, you can be a part of this challenge. And I have emails. When you sign up yourself, you'll get an email of all the rules and whatnot. I don't want to go into that too deeply just because it's going to be in the email and this will take long enough. But you don't have to be working out specifically. You could be somebody who doesn't want to work out yet and say, hey, great, let's get you the 21-day fix or the Beachbody portion control meal plan if they don't want the workouts at all and they can actually just buy it alone and get them on the meal plan. Maybe you have a parent, somebody old who really doesn't work out, but they're like, boy, I sure should eat healthy. I eat a lot of processed crap. Get them on the meal plan. That counts as being a Beachbody program, because the only requirement of this challenge is that you have to incorporate Beachbody into your health and fitness schedule in some way. You don't have to do a program from start to finish. You don't have to just do max 30 or just do 22-minute hardcore. You can be going for runs and doing Body Beast. You could be doing classes like at my studio and come to Beachbody Fit Club on Saturdays. As long as there's a Beachbody component, you're in. This isn't a restrictive challenge. Like those of you guys that are new, people will do challenges where they're just 21-day fix and they're just that. This is about getting people moving, getting them exercising, getting them eating better, and having them be part of this fun thing. That's how we get it to be, as big as it gets. Another way to invite is the join me post. And you guys use that a lot when you start out as coaches. This one specifically, you want to really utilize the join me, especially if you're someone who's going to be doing one of the new programs. Like I'm going to be doing 22-minute hardcore with all the other crap that I do. But the join me post, like, hey, I'm doing this fun challenge, and we're going to post sweaty pics, and I'm going to start 22-minute hardcore that just came out. Who wants to do it with me? I could use the extra accountability. The join me posts for this challenge are very, very effective. So be sure to utilize the join me post or the join me Facebook message to your buddy. Hey, I'm doing 22-minute hardcore. Bob, you want to do it with me? It's really cool. It's only 22 minutes a day. Get people to join you in your journey through this 8-week challenge. The other thing as a coach is when someone doesn't have a program and they need something, they're coming to you saying, this looks cool. I want to be a part of it. What should I do? Molly, what should I do? They're going to ask you. Talk to them about their goals. Talk to them about why are they getting into this? Why is this important to them now? And make recommendations. You're their coach. They want you to tell them what to do. And if somebody thinks this is a neat thing, which there's people out there that are like, I love this kind of thing. What should I do, Robbie? What should I do, Arminda? Give them recommendations for programs. Don't be afraid to give them recommendations. The third point.
Can I say something there?
Yes, please. Go ahead, Mo.
You could also tell them about like the 30-day free trial of On Demand, and they could start there if they don't have a program right. So it might be a good starting place for them.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, the third, because you can do the free trial On Demand. 30 days still, right?
30 days. Yep.
Yeah, so you could tell somebody, hey, you don't have to buy anything right away. You don't want to come out of the gate with that because you'd like them to buy a challenge pack and earn you some Success Club points and a commission. But if somebody's like, they're just not sure, say, hey, go On Demand for 30 days and pick a different workout every day. There's a ton of workouts on there. And let them become part of it. And then during those 30 days, you coach them up and they experience what they're going to experience in this challenge. They're going to end up getting something down the road. And they're going to become part of your tribe. So, Molly, excellent point. Kudos. Jordy asked on chat, if someone wants to do just the meal plan, what do they select on sign up for the program they are doing? I would say just select 21-day fix. They can type it in. So it's not, Jordy, you maybe haven't looked at it yet. We used to do a drop-down menu. And frankly, I didn't want to go add every program into the drop-down menu because I'm using a different software now. So it's just a blank. So they can type whatever they want. They can type, I'm just doing a meal plan. People can type in whatever they want to type in. There's no drop-down menu anymore. Or just tell them to put 21-day fix. Or, you can, for those of you who don't know, you can, oh, that's Mary. I thought that was Jordy. That's Mary that's jamming. Anyway, you can actually buy the 21-day fix meal plan all by itself without fitness. It's called the Beachbody Portion Control Meal Plan. For those of you who don't know that, that's actually an option in your store. Not many people do it because it's still, I think it's only $15 or $10 less than paying for a 21-day fix and getting the workouts, but it's an option. So that answers that question. The biggest point I want to make, and it's number 3 on my little sheet here that I printed out, is that for this to be successful and for this to be beneficial for you as a coach and for your business, we all meaning everybody on the screen right now and everyone who's going to watch this recording and get involved with it, we all need to be excited and engaged. A bunch of us, this is the 4th year we've done it. We don't do the same challenges every week, every year, but we do a lot of the same things. The first year, I don't know if anyone on here has done it all 4 years other than myself who's on this call live. I don't think so. Molly, this is only your second or third, Molly? Third? So close. But, when you've done it before, it's not as exciting. It's not new. It's not fun. But you're a coach and this is your business. It doesn't matter. You kind of got to look at it like you're John Bon Jovi and you're coming out for that encore and you're going to sing Wanted Dead or Alive for the 2 millionth time. They're excited. It doesn't matter if you're excited. You got to get excited because they're excited. And if we want this to work and be successful, we all got to be really excited, really engaged. You do, obviously, as a coach, you do every challenge. Some of them are short little time frame. You might miss one, like a lunch one where, oh, shoot, I didn't get on. I was in a meeting. But you don't skip a challenge. You don't not do something. You got to be excited because if you're excited and engaged, those 10 people that you got to sign up or 20 or 30 people, they're going to be excited and engaged. If your half-an posts your pictures of, here, I did 10 push-ups for the push-up challenge. That's how your people are going to be. If you're excited, they're going to be excited. If we're posting on each other's wall, yeah, Team Shaun T's winning, and putting a picture of that scoreboard, the people are going to be excited. And more importantly, almost, people who aren't a part of the challenge are going to be excited. Because the cool thing about this challenge is we leave it open for new people to sign up all the way through the first 4 weeks. So as this is going on and people are having fun, new people can still get on board. And we usually have quite a few people sign up after the fact because you get points for getting people to sign up. And it's, the more excited we are, the more new people are going to go, I want to be a part of that. Is it too late? No, come on. Pull out your insanity. Let's go. So we all need to be excited and bring the energy to the group. If we do, our customers and clients are going to feed off that, and it's going to be a successful challenge. Going along with that, care who wins. I'm on Team Tony. I've been the leader of Team Tony for the first 3 years, and we've won every year. You bet your butt I care who wins. I'm not. Molly's already talked. I don't want Molly to win. Am I going to be mad and ticked if we lose? Of course not. But do I care? Yes, I care. I want to win. I want to keep this streak going. We are the 1990 Chicago Bulls as far as I'm concerned. And you, Molly, are like the Detroit Pistons or the Utah Jazz or who else was good back then? The San Antonio Spurs. You just never quite got over that hump. And I'm not going to let you start now. So care who wins. If your team's getting their butt kicked in a challenge and you're going into Google Docs and you're like, my goodness, we're down 200 points right now. Yeah, shoot a video, send it out to your people saying, I was just in the back office or in the Google Doc and we're getting killed. You guys got to go out and do this and this and this. Care. It goes along with the energy. If you care, they're going to care. If you don't care and say, oh, it's not about who wins, and it's not, but it is, if that makes sense. We're not going to get mad and have fist fights, but we're going to care and have fun with it. So care who wins.
I might have a fist fight.
Well, the bad thing about you, Molly, is if you start taunting me too much, I can just make your personal training sessions pyramid runs on the treadmill every stinking week. Right?
That's not fun.
Molly had to do pyramids on the treadmill today, and she hates those. But she did very well. You did. So, number 4, tracking. And we're going to start getting into Google Docs at the end of this, but I want to go through a few things first. As a coach in this challenge, you are responsible for your customers and your coaches. I'm going to make a post in the coach group that basically says if you're a coach in this challenge, you're responsible to enter your own points in Google. So I don't need to enter I'm just going to have coaches enter their own stuff because even if you don't get one customer in the challenge, then at least you're going in and having to learn how to enter your own points in. So every coach, like Corey's my coach, I'm her personally sponsored coach, Corey's going to enter her own points in. We're gonna have it done that way, so newer coaches, even if they don't have a bunch of people, get used to what a coach needs to do. Okay. The biggest thing with your customers is, and before we get into the Google Doc, is tracking and taking care of your customers. As a coach, you should have your own group set up. There's a few options that how you can track your own people. Your own personal, Coach Molly Facebook group that you're going to put everybody in, and you're going to make videos every week kind of talking to them and giving them a rah-rah, and communicating with them that way. You maybe have 10 people and you're going to open up a Facebook message string and you're going to communicate through there and make sure, hey, did you guys do the challenge yet today? Or, hey, Eric put a pop quiz out there for lunch. Did everybody see it? That sort of thing. Or what I'm going to try, I think, is the new Coach Challenge app, which I don't know if anybody's really, I haven't looked at it much. I looked at it a little bit today. It's that new, you can track people in it thing and you can communicate with them and make posts. I think I'm going to try and use that to communicate with just my customers to kind of see how it works. And I think it could be a good way to kind of break it in and see if it's a good thing or if it's something that's just going to add extra annoyance. Because typically I'll do like a Facebook message. I'm going to use the new app to see how that works. But you want to be in constant contact during this challenge with your customers. So you're either Facebook messaging them, you've got your own group, you're posting in there, or possibly like me, you're going to use the app. I'm going to post a video every week at the start of the week, sometimes at the end, talking to them about things, the challenges, why we're doing that challenge. I would recommend all of you as coaches do your own videos every week to your people. And I know some of you are going, oh my God, I don't want to do a video. I used to hate videos when I first started coaching too. Now, honestly, I kind of like them and I'm kind of a ham. It is what it is. Molly's starting to like them now. She's getting rid of her ums and her, what's the thing you say, Molly? And stuff like that. She's starting to get rid of those. So if you guys do a video every week to your people, it's going to give you good practice for when you're that person making a challenge and you're doing it. It's really good practice. And just talk from the heart and talk from what you know. Maybe watch mine first and go, oh, I wish Eric would have talked about this, and expand on maybe what I say. Do a video every week. Even possibly if you really want to get in with your people, offer up a live Zoom with them. Say, hey, let's kick this thing off right. I want to do a Zoom call Sunday night on March 27th before the challenge starts. Everybody get on my Zoom. You can have your own free Zoom account, and you can have up to, I think, 20 people on it, and 40 minutes, I believe. They're limited. Like this I pay for, so we're not limited in any way. But you can open up a free Zoom account, and you get access to all this for a limited amount of time and a limited amount of people. But maybe you have a Zoom call. Maybe you have a Zoom once a week or once every 2 weeks. The more you're involved with your people, the better they're going to do. It's that constant contact thing. If you haven't talked to them in 2 weeks, they're going to fall off. And quite frankly, a lot of people in this challenge fall off. And they're not falling off. They're not my customers typically. They're not Molly's customers. They're not Laura's customers. They're not Jordy's customers, coaches who have been around and kind of know I gotta stay in contact with my people. They're coaches who kind of half-heartedly coach and won't talk to them for 5 days. Those coaches are going to have people who fall off. And when they fall off, that means they're not going to eventually buy a challenge pack from you. They maybe would have made a remarkable coach and helped a whole bunch of people, but because they fell off because you weren't keeping in contact with them, that's never going to happen. You not keeping in contact with them and not doing what you're supposed to do as a coach could mean the difference between somebody going down a really cool path in their life or staying down the same unhealthy, I'm going to go eat McDonald's and stay tired and miserable. So stay in contact with them. You can't make them. If somebody's not doing challenges, if somebody's not messaging you back, they're not getting on your team Zoom call, they're not commenting done when you say, who's done the challenge, please comment done. You reach out to them a few times, they're not getting back to you. You say, sorry, you maybe send them one message, say, hey, I'm not hearing from you. I need to devote my time to people who are engaged and doing the work that's required. Reach back out to me when you're ready to give this another shot and move on, because you'll have people like that. But those people are going to be less and less if you keep in contact with them. Now it's time for the fun part. Who on here has never used Google Doc? Raise your hand. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. And if you're not super noisy in the background, go ahead and everybody unmute, because I would rather this part be interactive, because sometimes I can assume something that seems easy to me isn't. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to go to Google Chrome. And I don't want this. How do I move that? There we go. I'm going to go. Can everybody see where? Can you guys see my screen? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. What is that noise? Somebody have music going?
That's my workout that I'm going to be doing when I get done.
Oh, First I thought it was a dog panting, but it had way too much rhythm.
And it's not really even that loud. That's kind of cool.
Oh, it's not that. I thought it was I was like, is that a really rhythmic dog or what?
No, if it were my dog, it would, no, not at all.
All right, so we're going to go into, so when you won't have to see like this part, here's the part that you're going to see online. The biggest thing with this is that be really careful, and it backs up quite a bit, but be really careful you don't all of a sudden like delete a row or delete a column and like a whole bunch of stuff disappears. It does back up a lot automatically, but kind of be real, what I tell people is be real deliberate in what you're doing. So what you are going to do is the red at the top is Team Shaun T. So right now, let's see. So this is, so here's how this should work. So Trisha didn't put this in quite right. So I'm going to fix this. So this is J-E. Gorka. And this is Chris. Gorka. Oops, not Gora. Okay, so how this works is this left column where I'm typing right now is for the coach's name. So as you add people, you want to put your name in the far left column of all your people, okay? And I'm just cutting and pasting for ease of this. So you're going to want to, hey, Arminda, can you mute?
Yeah.
It's distracting me. Thank you. You guys put, so it's obviously Trisha has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people counting herself. So make sure you put yourself, first name, last name, okay? And then as you add people, you're going to put them over here, first name, last name. Pretty self-explanatory, I think. You want to keep all your people together, okay? So let's say, and I'm just going to add one here. So I have a team Shaun T. Let's see, who do I have that's going to be? I'm going to put in Trista Johnson, right? So I added one in there. Trisha comes and says, well, I've got another one to add in. You want all your people together because you're going to want to find them easy. Go over here, click the number so it highlights the whole row, right click, on, right click. There we go. And insert. So like in this case, I'm inserting one below. Insert one below, and now Trisha can keep her people together. Does that make sense? So you don't have them all scattered all over the place. If one does get sanded, you could cut and paste them, but all you need to do to keep them together is add rows. So go to the number wherever you need to add it, right click, or if you're on a Mac, 2 fingers down. I don't know why it's not working every time for me. And just hit insert, depending on if you want it above the one you have highlighted or below, and keep your people together, okay? Easy enough, pretty self-explanatory. As you add people, don't forget, as you have people that sign up, I'm gonna get an email. A bunch of you have probably already gotten these if you've had people sign up. When somebody fills out the form, I get an email on my phone that says, Susie, is doing in Sandy, blah, blah, blah. It tells me who the coach is. I have all your emails saved in here. So when I get a new one, let's see if I have any here. When I get one, well, so Sammy just signed up. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but Sammy signed up. So I would take this form, I'm gonna take it and forward it, and let's pretend Sammy's not a coach, and I'm gonna send the entry form to Molly, because Sammy is Molly's customer. We're pretending she's not a coach. You're gonna get an email from me when somebody signs up with you as their coach. When you get that, you come here and you enter their name in under your name and whatever team they're on. You can coach people on the team that you're not on. If they're your customer, you're their coach. So even if I have someone, I'm on Team Tony. When Trista signs up and she goes on Team Shaun T, I still go over to Team Shaun T, enter my name, enter Trista. I'm still her coach. I'm still responsible for her. I still coach her just like I would. I don't like give her crappy coaching so she loses. You coach people on either side. So you enter them in here. Be sure to pay extra attention to on the form, it'll say who invited, referred you to this challenge. If there's a name in there, sometimes people, will put, I saw it on Facebook. If there's a name of who invited or referred, the person who invited gets 5 points. So let's say, just for grins and giggles, Sammy put Trisha Heineke in as her referral. Said, well, I saw Trisha's post and she invited me. Not that she would, because Molly's really good at being a coach. But let's just say she did. You would add Sammy, if she's the customer, to the right team with your name, but then you would go give the referring person, who's not always a coach, the referring person 5 points. So if Trisha already has 15 in here, you would put in 20. And then what magically happens, if you notice, the scoreboard up top automatically updates. So don't forget to give referral points. It won't be on every form. Some people won't fill it in. They'll just say, I saw it on Facebook. If it's a general thing, you don't put it. If they said they saw it in the virtual gym, that doesn't mean it's mine. Don't give me points. Just nobody gets points. And quite a few people will be a nobody gets points. New people and people who know how the challenge works and want to give points to people who are on their team will put a referral. So Sammy will put Molly. So then if Sammy's on Team Shaun T, Molly gets 5 points and Sammy's smart. So
I have a question.
Yep.
I just noticed that, okay, so Shaun T is right there in red with the 25 that went up to 30.
Yep.
And then in gray is Team Tony and it says 25, but the Trisha first name, last name goes all the way across. Like it goes
Team
under.
Tony's way down here. I didn't narrow it down yet. To add to Team Tony's down here.
Oh, okay.
So it's down on the, so like if you could see this as a whole sheet, Team Shaun T is the top part, and we'll keep adding as like Team Shaun T has always been the top part of the Excel. Team Tony's the bottom part of the Excel. Okay, make sense?
Yeah.
And then what will happen is every challenge we do, so PIF means pay it forward points. That's where you're always gonna put a referral. So somebody fills out the form and says Trisha referred them, you give Trisha 5 points. This will be ongoing through the first month because Corey might get somebody to sign up 2 weeks in and they put Corey as their coach, well, Corey gets 5 points. So that's where pay it forward goes. There's more pay it forward opportunities on the instructions. I won't go into them too much in detail, but if somebody invites someone to come over and do their Beachbody workout with them, they get 5 points. You can only use someone once though. And kids, if like people have started using their own kids, if you're going to use your own kids for one, your kids only count as one person because they're kids. Because people have like 5-year-olds. Oh, they're doing Insanity with me. Well, that's cute, but no, they're really not. But here's 5 points. But you can only use people once. So it gets you inviting people to do your workout with you. And more importantly, your customers, if they're really into it, will invite, their cousin to come over and do 22-minute hardcore with them. And their cousin might end up liking it. And then their cousin calls you and says, I want that program and get in this challenge. So they get 5 points for that. There's a method to my madness of why we do the things we do. People also, if you have a Fit Club in your area, they can earn 5 points for bringing new people to Fit Club. Same rule applies. You can only use a person once. So those are pay it forward points, PIF. Then what will happen is every challenge, like let's say the first week is sweaty pick. That's going to go here. Sometimes I'll put like the due date or something. And then you will enter people's points under here. So if I say it's 5 points for you posting a sweaty pic, let's say I'm Trisha, and Trisha comes in and says, okay, let's see. Yep, I did it. Chris did it. Oh, Melissa, she didn't get it in time. She gets a 0. Jenna did it, and nope, he didn't do it either. You would go in and enter that in. It gets added up down at the bottom here, and then goes over to the scoreboard. So every challenge will have a different column. Does that make sense to everybody? If it doesn't make sense to you, unmute yourself and say, I don't get it. Yay, good. Is there any big thing besides inviting you to actually get in here to edit this? Is there any questions you have, what I've went over so far about this Google Doc thing that I haven't touched on?
Yeah, mine is back to the very beginning. So I just go into Google Chrome or whatever and just put in Google Docs.
No, that's what I mean. Besides inviting, I'm going to go over inviting you into here next. I'll go over how do you get into it. Is that kind of what you're asking? How do I find this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go over that next.
Okay.
Does anybody have any questions about like where they enter themselves, where they enter their customers? Any questions about that? Good. Yay. Okay. Now I'm going to invite people. And if you're on this call, we get to do this right now because why not? You're live and you should get special attention. So if you have never been into this sheet yet, you probably haven't been invited to it. To be able to get into a Google Doc and edit it, you need to have a Google account. So if you don't have one yet, you're going to have to get one before I can invite you into this. If you're on this call right now and you haven't been invited, tell me, and maybe we can just go down the list here. Let's start with, let's see, Molly, you're in there. Laura, you're in there, right? Sammy, are you in here yet?
I don't know.
Do you have a Google email?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your email?
Samantha. SAMANTHA .T .MEYER @gmail.
All right. So I got it right. You can see it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Samantha is invited. Oops. No, I want this moved. Let's go. Let's see. Steve, he's in here. Mary Beth, can you talk? I know you're on mute. Can you unmute yourself? I think you're on the phone. Maybe not. Okay, Mary Beth, you and I can chat after. Let's see. Is anybody else still on? There's nobody else still on here. Did we lose them? That's a bummer. What does 3 more mean? Oh, here, what's on chat? Okay, Robbie, for our challenge groups, are we adding you and or Molly to our groups as well? Robbie, I don't know if you're still on here or not, but even if you're,
Yes.
oh, good. So you're talking about your individual groups?
Yes.
If you wanted to add me, you could. You don't have to.
Okay.
So if you kind of want me to be like a fly on the wall, yeah, add me.
Okay.
You know, and I would say because you're very new, I would say go ahead and add me.
Okay.
You know, I'm not going to do anything in there. I'm just going to watch.
Okay.
So feel free to add me. So if you're going to create a group and that's how you're going to communicate with your people, yep, add me in there.
Okay. And then also real quick, so for the
Yep.
challenges, if they wanted to post, say, the sweaty pics in that group and say not in the big group, is that okay? Or you still want them to do it and they have to follow instructions? Okay.
Yep, they can post in your group too. Like if they want to post in 2 places, but to count, they got to post in the big gym. It's kind of one of those things. It's honestly, there's going to be people that are hesitant about that. And
Right.
it's a very good growth thing for people to post in the security of that group.
Right.
There will be times in certain challenges, like one of the first ones, we'll do a Be Proud and Inspire, where they'll take a sweaty pic and they'll get, like, let's say 5 points for posting in the gym. If they're really gutsy, they post out on their public wall and they can earn 5 extra bonus points.
Okay.
So and if people don't want to earn the bonus, they don't have to, but it gets people the reason behind like the Be Proud and Inspire is that when people make their goals and what they're doing in public, they have a better chance at actually hitting those goals and sticking with it. When people are like, I don't want to tell anyone what I'm doing, those are the people more often than not who fail, because that's why they're not telling anyone, because they know that eventually they're just going to fall off and quit. So there'll be challenges like the Be Proud and Inspire one. They can post in the gym and earn 5. And if they post out in the public, on their public page, they'll earn 5 more. The biggest thing, and I touch on this a lot with people in the group, but that you want to write down is drive it into your people's skull that they need to tag you in every challenge post that they make.
Okay.
Because if you have 20 people and they don't tag you, how are you going to find them? So they need to tag you to let you know, hey, I posted in the gym, and hey, I posted out my public wall. And then when you follow up with them, because you're going to be in constant communication with them, you might miss one. I miss them, where I'm like, oh, shoot, I missed that because I get tagged in a lot of stuff. They go, oh, no, I tagged you. And you just go look. Oh, yeah, there's your 10 points. But make sure that they know to tag you. And I kind of drive that home. I make funny little pictures of a trainer yelling with a megaphone, tag your coach, because people won't do it. You guys that have coached in this challenge before, it kind of makes some of us pull our hair out. I'm like, oh, my God, please tag me. So, and we'll ask them to use team hashtags. All that stuff makes it easier for you as a coach to track people and guide them and account for their points. So if they don't tag you, or they don't use, like a big one is to use their team hashtag. So either hashtag team Shaun T or hashtag team Tony. When they use that, just that simple little thing of hashtag team Tony, then when I'm going to put points in, I know to only look down in the gray and only look through team Tony to find them. Because when you get to have a lot of people, it's hard to keep track of who's on which team. So if they don't use their team hashtag, you're like looking through team Shaun T, you're looking through team Tony, and it's annoying. So have them tag you, have them use their team hashtag. Do you have Robbie, do you guys have a Gmail?
I do. Well, Kamali does. So he doesn't really use it, but he has an ID.
Yeah.
Well, and as long as you've got one, you don't need to like get emails there. It's just how you can access Google Docs. So Robbie, what is yours?
Mine is actually you added me last year.
Oh, well, let's just make sure it's there.
Okay, it's Kael.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Let's just make sure. I'm just gonna click it. So you're probably already in, but I just sent it to you anyway.
Okay. And then Kamali's is Perry Kamali, all one word.
KAMALI.
Yeah, at Gmail.
And sent. Is anyone else still on the call who isn't here yet?
I don't know if you, because I've been in there before, but I don't know if I would still.
Yeah, Arminda, what's yours?
First and last name, Arminda Warner at Gmail.
Oh, there you are. I'll send. You're probably in there already, but I'll send it to you again just so you have the link.
Okay. Awesome.
Anybody else? All right. I think. Let's see.
I think you have me.
Yeah, did I put you in here, Corey?
I don't know.
What's your Gmail?
CORY dot THACK, the number 6, THACK, the number 6 at gmail.com.
Now you're in there.
Yeah.
Corey dot. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, yeah, you popped up. Anybody else? We got Laura. We got Molly. I think we lost this. All right. So, and that if you guys, trying to think if anybody on here has, if you have coaches who are going to be in this and need to be added, if you can just please explain to them that they need a Gmail. And if they have a Gmail, because I don't think you guys can share this, maybe you can. You could go in and look to see if you can share it. I'm guessing maybe because I made it, I may be the only one. Go in, see if you can share it. You go ahead and share it to them because that saves me some work. If you can't, tell your coach to message me their Gmail account with please add me, and I'll just go in and add them. And I believe, you know, the only other thing to touch on with the scoring is to keep on top of it, because if you don't, you will get behind and you will get overwhelmed because it can come up and all of a sudden you're like, oh my goodness, I have all these tags, and you know, I only do it maybe once a day still, but you know, don't put it off for 2 weeks and expect you're going to be able to go in and find everybody's posts and get caught up. Stay on top of it. Come up with a plan and a schedule that works for you. You might be a morning point person. You might be a night point person. Find a schedule, and that's kind of what I do, and I know what a lot of other coaches do is in the mornings I'll see, like, you know, Jordy, and they're pounding away adding points, and all of a sudden I was going to make a scoreboard update, and I'm like, oh, I think I'll wait because the points are just going in and I can see them banging, banging, banging. That's one thing to bring up to you guys is the scoreboard. I only update the scoreboard in the group once a week, maybe twice, but most of the time only once a week. All post pictures of the scoreboard, okay? Because it's fun for the suspense of every week when it gets updated. Who's winning? Please don't make any, you know, and if you do here and there, not the end of the world, but try not to make any posts about, hey, we're getting our butt kicked right now, especially if they're negative, because it might get people to go, oh, I'm not even going to do this challenge. Be conscious of what you're saying out there. Don't make any scoreboard posts. You know, if you need to fire up your team and tell them what the score is right now because a challenge is due at midnight and they're dragging their butt, go ahead. But be conscious of there's an element of surprise and excitement with the scoreboard getting posted every week. So don't blab it around in the group, if I can say that. So, anybody got any questions?
One other one. So if the customer is brand new, they need to sign up as a buddy under us first, and then, well, can they do both? I guess they should do both, sign up as a buddy as well as fill out the form.
Yeah, they should. What you guys should do and I'm glad you brought that up, Robbie, because that's something I kind of missed, is the rules for this challenge are you need to be a V for you, a victory for you coach, or a customer of a coach. So meaning, if somebody is a Beachbody customer of someone else, they either need to switch to you or, sorry, they can't be part of our challenge. This is a team building, business building for us, not, you know, Nick Jarosh in Iowa, not his customers. It's only for our people. When you have someone who is brand spanking new, who says, I don't have a Beachbody account and I want to be in this challenge, if they don't want to buy anything, if they're like, I just want to be a part of it and I already have a copy or I already have Insanity, they would just need to create a free account with you. And everybody has that coach page now that Beachbody has, where you can get all the links to everything you need. You would go there, enter your coach ID, and send them that link to the free account. As long as they register with you as a free customer, they're granted access to our challenge. Then they still need to go enter the challenge by going to that link I posted, filling out their name, what their program's going to be, their goal, all that sort of good stuff. But they need to be a registered customer of me or one of you guys or one of our coaches to be a part of the challenge. If they already have a Team Beachbody account, they need to be willing to switch to you as their coach. And you don't want to poach people's customers. If their coach is coaching them up and giving them great service, you kind of tell them, this is just for our people. I would just stick with your coach. You don't want to poach them. But if they say, yeah, I have a coach, but I've never heard from her, and I don't know who that is, there's a process that they can switch. They go on to and you can go into your coach office and search it. They can go on and fill out a form now, which is basically an email to coach relations, requesting that they switch to you as their coach. Or what's easier than that, because sometimes that can be a headache, ask them, well, what email did you use for the account you already created? Do you have another one? And if, let's say, they use their Yahoo and they say, well, I have Gmail now, have them use a new email and start a new account and just start fresh with you, free account, or buy a challenge pack, and now they're with you. But they have to have a Beachbody account with you guys, and they still have to register for the challenge. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Anything else, or anyone want to add anything? Lara, Molly, you guys who've been in it a while, anything to add that I missed?
I don't know. I can't think of anything. I think you covered it. I mean, the main thing is all of us being involved and being upbeat, like you said, and really excited and encouraging. I think that makes a huge difference. Yeah,
it's really the biggest part of it. If we're all excited and like right now posting the crap out of it and talking about how fun it is, and I'm going to make badges for our profile like I did a couple years ago, where it'll put a little Team Tony thing on your profile picture in the corner, a Team Shaun T thing. If we do things like that, you don't have to be out, hey, buy my stuff and get my challenge. You just showing this and commenting on Molly, like Corey commented on Molly's post about Team Tony. Your people are going to see you comment on Molly's post, and they're going to say, Corey, what are you doing? What's this Team Tony thing? If we have enough people who want T-shirts, I may make T-shirts. That's still up in the air, depending on how many we get. It can't have like their face on it and stuff. So I was actually trying to come up with a cool design. Yeah, Steve's got his on from 2 years ago. A cool like hashtag design, like maybe a little graffiti looking, that's very simple, but might show something. But we'll see if we have a need for it. They're usually about $20-25 because one year we got really cheap ones and I hated the shirts. So Steve, you got anything to add? You've done it every year. You on mute?
I think the best thing to do is to stay on top of it. Don't get behind, and just really pay attention and be inspiring for your people and your team. That's the main thing.
Yeah, if we're excited and involved, guys, they're going to be excited and involved. This is one thing I'd like to add is 2 years ago, Steve's T-shirt. So it was a year we did T-shirts. I think it was 2 years ago. Really busy. We had a whole lot of very energetic, into it coaches. The month after this challenge ended, as a team, we signed close to, it might have been 2 weeks. I think it was a month. We signed over 50 coaches to the team.
Wow.
So think about inspiring people. I didn't do them last year. I'm going to do individual awards again at the end of this one, where Mr. and Mrs. Motivation, MVP, we did a bunch of fun little awards, and we'll do the certificates, which reminds me, anyone who got their certificate for their streaking thing, take a screenshot of that bad boy and post it on your wall, because Molly and I worked hard on those. Molly,
I'm just excited
to certificate. I want to see some pride in that. But
yeah, really.
we'll do some awards and some stuff like that, because people will love that. And can be a really huge, for those of you who are new, this challenge and you signing up when you did and getting into this now is perfect timing. If you miss the boat on this, you're going to kick yourself because it's not going to come around again until next year. So I would work my butt off to get as many people as I can in this challenge, and then I would coach the crap out of them because this can be a really big thing for your biz. Corey, you got a question?
Yeah. No, not a question. Well, kind of, yeah. I'm really excited just because I want to learn all the different little ins and outs, like the little Google and how to get people in it and all that kind of stuff. But is it discouraged? I went and I put posts in my group that I'm coaching and invited them all and, told them, hey, how excited I was and for them to join me and, let's get as many people as we can and get our families and friends and blah, blah, blah. They're all like sort of in the middle of a challenge right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is that discouraging to say, hey, just stop that, let's start this? Or
Well, no. I mean, will that be over by the time they could, if they're doing like a real long program, they can just stay on their program and roll into this. Or maybe yours is going to be over by the end of this. It's up to you what you want to do. If they're like on hammer and chisel and they've got a month left, to say, oh no, keep doing your thing and we'll keep commenting on here. This will just add a fun little twist to it because we're going to be asked to post sweaty pics or post a picture. Just tell them it just adds a little extra accountability and motivation to what they're already doing. Or if it's going to be over, just say this is what we'll do when your 21-day fix is over at the end of the month.
Okay. Yeah. Some of them are just kind of like, well, does that mean now I have to stop and start over again or whatever? So I'm like, I don't know. I don't think so, but
no, they can keep this. The nice thing about this one, it's
just jump in and keep going.
Yeah, the rules for this one, like the streaking one was you got to pick a program, you got to start this or that day, and you got to do it to a T. This one is you could do ab ripper X once a week. That counts as your beach body, and you could be going to the Y to do Les Mills pump. You're still, you could be a runner and come to Fit Club, my Saturday morning Fit Club, and that's all you do. That counts. We're not super, we want them to be doing something beach body related, but we're not, it's not hammer. You got to do this program. It's only 21-day fix. It's only this.
Yeah.
This is about as many people as we can who have a desire to be fit, be healthy, eat right, work out, and have fun. Yes, Laura.
What if, so a lot of the people that come to my Fit Club are Sarah Thompson's customers. I haven't talked to Sarah to see if she's actually going to coach people in this challenge.
Yep.
But if she, so if I say something to Fit Club and they want to do it, but they're actually her customers, she's got to coach them and, do it, right? Or can I say, fine, I'll coach them for purposes of this channel?
We're going to have that with some people.
Yeah.
I've already experienced that with some people. I'm not super thrilled personally to coach other people's customers because I'm like,
right,
do your job. Your customers aren't mine. If you want to do that because they come to your Fit Club and you certainly can.
Yeah.
Kind of one of those things where they're kind of, if a coach doesn't want to coach, most of the time, I know a lot of you guys are real good about, hey, this person, like I know when Cindy Peterson was going through her schooling, she didn't have time to do anything. And, Jordy was coaching her people through some of our challenges and stuff. And I get that sometimes it's not the right time. And that's really up to you, Laura, whether you're willing to coach them for her,
Right. Yeah, I haven't talked to her. Maybe she's going to do it,
say, I suppose, because they're at my Fit Club. But I'd reach out to her first and say, hey, you going to do it? I know she's busy and got stuff going on, but it's, it's one of those things where, and the first year we ever did this, I did everything. And I didn't do anything else in my life for 8 weeks. And, now it's like, hey, these are your customers, and I've already reached out to some coaches. Hey, I've gotten 3 forms from your people. You can coach or what? I'm really not, and you guys know I've gotten blunter as the years have went on. I'm like, I'm not interested in coaching your people. It's, I've got enough of my own people and my own coaches to worry about. I need to do your job. So That's how I approach it. You with those people at your Fit Club, I'd probably be inclined to go, fine. If it's not 100 of them, but if it's,
I don't even know if that will happen or not, but I could see that there could be a couple of people that might want to do this challenge.
Yeah, just reach out to her first. Obviously we'd all rather the coaches of the customer coach, but sometimes it doesn't always work. So, Anybody got anything else? All right. Oh, Did I see a hand? Kamala, did you say something?
No, that was my daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just okay. So, all right. So now when everybody gets off of this, we're all going to go make a post on one of each. Actually, you know what? The homework in the next 24 hours is to make a post about the challenge, reach out to someone personally, and taunt someone who's on the other team, a coach, right on their wall, or post a picture. I'm not kidding. All right. So, like, let's see.
I just did that.
What team are you going to be on?
Huh?
Don't
I
you
might
dare
be on
say
Team
Tony.
Tony. I don't know yet.
Oh, so you're on my team. So, because I always
I'm doing hammer and chisel now, but I'm going to be done. I might be doing hardcore, 22-minute hardcore after this.
That's what I'm doing. Laura, what about you? What team?
Well, depends. I applied to get into Autumn Calabrese's chisel group, which I'll find out tomorrow. Odds are slim that I'll be selected for that. But so 22 hardcore most likely.
Also, Tony. Corey, what about you?
Yeah, I decided 21 Day Fix, but I also have chisel, so I don't know.
Still up in the air.
Hey, Laura, did she post that in the main group?
She posted something on her Facebook page, and you could apply. She's accepting 15 men and 15 women for a chisel-only group. There, she's going to have Zoom calls once a week with the people that she picks.
Siggy's doing one with Beast right now, too.
Yeah. I mean, the odds of me getting selected are like this big, but
You never know.
who knows?
What about you? What are you guys doing?
I might do it. Autumn's liking my post, so I gotta go out there and see if I can get her.
What are you doing, Kamala?
Get some.
Oh, you're doing hardcore. Robbie, what are you doing?
Doing hardcore this year, yeah.
Sweet. All right.
Rude. I wanted to do that.
Yeah, I made Molly be on the other team because Molly's got sass, and I like to go against her. Well, it is 8:36. We better get off here. So I recorded this. I'll post it here in a little while. And get out there, make a post, reach out to someone personally, and taunt somebody in the next 24 hours.
We're going to take a picture?
Well, yeah, we can take a picture. Good idea. Hold on. Eddie, look at your camera, not the screen.
Oh, look at the camera. See the light
3,
now.
2, 1. Team Tony rules.
I don't even know.
All right. See you later. Team Tony rules.
I need
Team
to talk
Tony
to you.
stink.
Eric, I need to talk to you. Are we going to message or what?
About
this
shoot me
girl.
Facebook.
Huh?
You're talking about your girl?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You want
shoot me a
Facebook?
Facebook message.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
See you guys.